Hello, welcome. I hope you're doing really well today. It's been a while since my last video, and I'm sorry for that, but I had a pretty good reason. I was moving across the whole Europe from Lithuania to Portugal, and at first I thought I will be able to film in the past several weeks. I really wanted to, but honestly, the whole packing and moving process was just way more stressful than I anticipated, so I just didn't have brain capacity to do that. But here we are in Portugal, and I'm ready to do a big update, talk about everything. So first of all, I think we should start with the cover because it is in frame and you see it. So yeah, it is my new Hobonichi Weeks custom-made cover. It was a birthday gift from Vince, and he ordered it from Naya Papery. She is on Etsy, and she also has her own website, so you can check her out if you're curious. On the outside, this cover has black smooth leather. I wanted something a bit more resistant because I'm taking it with me a lot, so I just didn't want it to get ruined immediately. It also has an elastic closure. I was going after the whole Traveler's Company aesthetic because it's just so pretty. And the charm did not come with the cover. I ordered it separately, but I absolutely love the whole black and gold combo. So yeah, this is how it looks on the outside. And now let's take a look inside. So here we have a different leather. It's black suede one, a very soft one. Here we have some pockets. Now that I look at it, I think I should have picked the clear pockets to see my pictures better, but it is fine. Here we have my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. And in the bag here we have more pockets and this flap, which is very useful because I can easily access my dot stickers that I use to color code my daily entries, just like I did in my clear cover, so it did not get any more complicated. I'm very happy about it. I also got the pen loop, which is very handy for storing my main pen. And also one more thing, the spine is a little bit wider so that this cover would fit 2 notebooks if I want to. I am considering 2 notebook system for the next year, so it should fit inside without any problems. And now let's do a flip through of my daily pages, and I will talk more about my move and show you the footage that I filmed, all of that. I think this is where we stopped last time. I remember talking about You've Got Mail, and this is actually a new thing. I found these icon stickers in my local stationery shop, and I absolutely loved them. I went back and changed some of my blue dot stickers to these. I use these for my movies, TV shows, thoughts. I don't want to call them reviews because this is not a review, but whenever I finish watching something and make an entry like this with my thoughts, I mark it with this kind of sticker. They're actually here on my desk, so this is how they look. And I wish they had more of these. I bought everything they got in the store and it was not a lot. Okay, then this was my birthday. We have a tradition of making each other a special breakfast in bed. So this is a picture of the breakfast Vince made me this year, and also some gifts. Here I glued in the screenshots of some birthday congratulations, just the very hearty ones, you know, the longer ones. And this is actually a ribbon from one of my gifts, but I decided to use it as a washi tape and also as a memory keeping bit. Then this was a big weekend. On Saturday, I was attending my cousin's wedding. So this is a picture of me, Vince, my sister, and her boyfriend. And on Sunday, I was throwing a little arts and crafts birthday party for my closest friends. And it was so cozy and fun. Some Portuguese language learning notes. This was the day that my cover arrived. And here I got a gift card for what I think is the best stationery shop in Lithuania, mainly because it has lots of famous stationery brands that are very hard to find here in Europe, like Midori, Stalogy, Leuchtturm even. It's like the place for all the stationery lovers. So of course I wanted to use it before I leave, and I will show you what I got actually. So the main big thing is a new notebook. This is Stalogy half-year grid notebook, and I use it for my creative writing notes. At first I thought I will just write them in my Hobonichi Weeks. I even have a separate color, the green one, for writing notes. But I just noticed that when I brainstorm, it takes a lot of space, and I started getting conscious about the space left in my notebook, and I started hesitating before writing because what if it takes too much space, and so I was not able to brainstorm properly. So in the end I just decided to get a bigger separate notebook, and I chose Stalogy. It's actually my very first Stalogy notebook, and I absolutely love it. This one is A5, by the way. I love the paper. It's very thin, kind of like Tomoe River paper, but I don't think it's that one. It's some other paper, but it's just as good. Like, I'm writing with my fountain pen here, and I have no problems at all. And I also really like that the grid is pretty light. So yeah, really happy with this notebook. And I actually would love to get B6 slim size. It's their new format, and it would fit into my cover. So I was thinking about using it as my companion notebook for my daily entries next year with my Hobonichi Weeks regular. But unfortunately, B6 slim size is very hard to find here in Europe. I was not able to find it here. So if you know a store that sells them in Europe, definitely let me know, because I'm very much interested in that. So yeah, this was the big thing that I got, and then I got some smaller ones. So first of all, I got the dot stickers for the next year to use instead of these ones. I just really love the color of them. I wanted to upgrade a little bit from these ones because these are really not my colors. They are too bright and intense, so I can't wait to use these. I am actually coming close to an end of my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I only have this much pages left, so I think I will be moving into my Good Impressions insert soon, and I might start using those stickers there. And finally, I have one more thing. It is by no means a necessity for me, but I was just very stressed during the whole moving period. When I saw these, they just made me so happy that I decided to just treat myself. So here they are, little birds. I think they're just so cute and funny. Yeah, I couldn't just leave them. So yeah, this is the last thing. Then here I send a physical birthday card to my sister. She lives in the UK, and I've never sent her a physical letter there, so I needed to figure out how to do that. It took 2 weeks to reach her, but it did finally, and she was so happy. I think it just was so much more special than a text message. And yeah, I'm thinking about sending her some postcards from Portugal, perhaps. I think it could be fun. Then here we have a meme from Lord of the Rings, the famous "So It Begins," because this was the day we started packing. Here we have some planner thoughts because I missed some appointments and stuff I needed to do. So I was just troubleshooting my system and what's not working for me. On this day, I got to meet Vince's brother's girlfriend, and it was very nice. Some content thoughts. Here I finished reading The Night Prince. It's the second book in the Wolf King series. And I know that in my last videos I said that I won't force myself to finish it, but I did, and it was surprisingly entertaining. I did not expect that. Like, there are still lots of things that could be better, but I really enjoyed it. It was kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. So I gave it Can They Finally Get Together badge, which means that it was a pretty good slow burn. And here you can see one of those icon stickers. I decided to use the book ones for book review pages. And when I'm just marking some notes while still reading a book, I still use my blue dot stickers. And that is mainly because I just don't have enough of these. I would love to use these for everything. I actually consider making these myself. I don't think it would be too difficult to make them on Canva. And then I could print them on sticker paper. So yeah, I might do that for the next year. I don't have my printer with me yet. It will arrive in several months. So yeah, I can't do that right now. But I really like that idea. I really like the idea of making my own icon stickers so that I would not depend on stationery stores having them. And here October started. Some more Portuguese language learning notes. weekend recap, and it was actually my last full weekend home. I met with my mom, and on Sunday I had a brunch date with my girlfriends. Here you can see a picture of me in a box. I don't think you can claim that you moved if you haven't tried squeezing yourself in a box. So yeah, I managed to fit. It was fun. Also, I'm currently reading A Forbidden Alchemy. It is a fantasy romance novel. I think it came out this year. I'm currently 62% in, and I do enjoy it. I think the beginning felt a little bit young adultish to me, probably because we start with the main characters being kids, and then there are a lot of time jumps until they are adults. So while they were kids, the story felt a bit young adult, but now that they're adults, it doesn't feel like that anymore. The middle part feels a bit too slow for me. I feel like I say that about all of the books I read. But honestly, like, I would love some more action or quicker pacing. There was a cool plot twist, though, recently, so at least that. But yeah, I will definitely finish reading this. I think it's a pretty good book. And here I moved to Portugal. Now, about the move, first of all, we obviously had to pack everything, our whole home, and we were so naive. I would say we got 15 boxes initially, and we ended up with 35, something like that. So we were way off with our estimation, and the whole packing process, it started like very nicely. We were packing on weekends and not rushing, and then in the end, when we had movers coming over, we still had like half of our apartment still not packed. So it was crazy. I was packing for felt like hours. I don't know, like full day, morning till midnight. Then the movers moved everything to our storage place. Since we are not moving from one house to another in the same country, we had to store them somewhere. So we booked a storage place and we put everything there. Then we had to make sure our apartment is clean before we leave it. We spent the last night in an Airbnb in our hometown because we left the keys. We didn't have our apartment anymore. And then the next day we had our flights. It was 2 flights and it took almost all day. I think it was more than 5 hours combined, and then we still had like that pause between flights. So yeah, we only arrived late in the evening, and now we are in our Airbnb here in Portugal. We have it booked for 1.5 months, and during that time we need to take care of all the document stuff and also find a permanent place where we will stay for at least a year. And I honestly can't wait to move into our permanent place. I can't wait for all of my stuff to arrive, to have all of my stationery, my coffee maker machine, everything. And also I can't wait to decorate it, just to make it feel like home. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now, where my planner is right now. I hope you enjoyed this update. I really want to show you more of Portugal in my upcoming videos. So let me know if you're excited to see that, and I will see you soon. Bye!